Hello everyone, how are you guys doing today? Alright, look, I got 3 more games for you guys. I think this game mode is Clan Blitz, if I remember correctly. And these 3 games, the first game is just me experimenting with a backline weapon. And the second game again, I was trying to go for that comfort pick. I think it was the Painbrush Nouveau, that was the second game. And the third game, again, playing with the Painbrush Nouveau, and I get one of the most... Honestly, it's kind of like a Splatoon mode. It's just really dumb. The dumbest thing that you've ever seen all day, probably. Yeah, that game 3 is something. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoy the video. I had so much fun making these, and I hope you guys enjoy this kind of format because I'm still trying this format, and I do think it's really nice. Anyways, enjoy the video, guys. Alright, starting off with game 1. I am playing the heavy edit this time. I guess there really isn't a reason as to why I'm playing the edit. I kind of just wanted to try it out because I was kind of being experimental here. Because something I'm noticing about Clan Blitz, especially a lot in higher level plays, is that a lot of people really like to play it very, I guess passively is too strong of a word. It's more safe. A lot of players play it way safe, and this is the reason why I'm playing the heavy edit, because, you know, heavy has Cooler, which is a really good engagement special, and heavy itself does a really good job just shredding enemies and also shredding objects, which Big Bubbler happens to be a big threat in Clan Blitz. Now, that's mainly the reason I'm playing heavy edit this game. Though it's kind of a shame. I don't really like... I wouldn't say I don't like Clan Blitz. It's more like I don't really prefer to play Humpback Pump Track. I think that's the name of this stage. Yeah, it's not really my favorite, but I guess I can get a little bit more into the depth of what I'm thinking here. I'm thinking I died, obviously. No, but for real. So usually what I notice when it comes to backline or aggressive backliners is they usually like to set themselves up in the middle or sometimes to the left. So my strat, or what I'm trying to do ideally, is not only set up Cooler, but also paint for my allies, because, again, that's something also I notice pretty frequently, is that not a lot of players understand that painting the floor is extremely important, because, I mean, obviously this will allow us to traverse, and this will actually make it harder for the enemy to shark, which, unfortunately, we're fighting an Octobrush. It's very unfortunate. And yeah, the whole point of painting the floor as much as I can is to basically prevent the 52 and the Cavitator. Well, now that I think about it, it prevents all of these weapons from sharking, because all of these weapons are extremely dangerous when it comes to sharking. Okay, now I'm going to the right, I'm setting myself up, and 2 reasons I'm doing this. One reason is because my allies can't set themselves up because they don't have the range. I have a splash, so it's better for the splash to set up the crab tank on the left, and it's better for my, I guess it's better for my splat roller that I'm there to support him from the back. Unfortunately, I get killed by a fizzy bomb here, even though I'm pretty sure the Decavitator was going to finish me there off anyways. And, okay. After that, I need to go. Like, I just straight up need to go left, and I need to set up for my allies. Unfortunately, they all die. I try to get the ball, and I try to make a quick 20 points. Unfortunately, that's not going to work because I was way too slow. I don't have any ink resistance. This is just a... I think I'm trying a run speed build here, because I didn't really know what to build. I probably should have put special power-up or maybe a little bit of charge-up as well. But, I mean, I'm still testing out. So, again, it's the same strategy. I'm trying to set up myself to the right side or even the left. It doesn't really matter. But unfortunately, this 52 is being really aggressive, and he's trying to push us. I didn't kill the 52 because I'm a scrub, and I get my ally killed, so that's great. We're 1 man down, but they're also 1 man down, so that's great. Set up Cooler for my Reef Slider and my Roller. I don't think my Roller did get it. I think I do pick up a juicy double kill right here. And I think I do end up scoring. Yeah, I do end up scoring. Now, here I go to the left to set up for my allies. Now I'm in a good position where they can't paint below me, and I can paint in front of them while also painting for my allies, putting and setting myself up for a good position. Unfortunately, I get killed by the Octobrush there because... well, it's pretty easy to, I guess, sneak attack from the left. It's not really hard in this map to sneak attack, considering that there's so many bumps. It's a really easy way to hide yourself and conceal yourself when you're trying to attack someone. I get the Gal. I'm very fortunate that I get the Gal. I actually thought I didn't kill him. I fail getting the kill here on the Octobrush. I get the successful kill on the Tri-Slosher. Very lucky, actually. And again, yeah, going to the middle, setting myself up. You know, applying pressure to the left and right side. I get the Octobrush. Thank goodness that I did cover that side before I pushed to the middle. Now I'm trying to get the Decapitator, see that there's a jump. Try to kill the jump. Oh, I do get the... I think that was the 52, if I'm correct. And then, again, going to the left side, setting myself up in that wall right there, setting myself up for my allies, making sure that nobody goes left side, and protecting it. There we go. Successfully get another kill. Again, I think that's the 52. Preventing the Tri-Slosher from running away. That's awesome. I don't think I killed the Decapitator. Yeah, the Decapitator is shield here, preventing us from scoring. But I'm trying my best to paint and keeping these guys away from my allies. Not really doing a good job as one of my allies just died. And thankfully, we win the game. So really, this match is more of an experimental phase because I was trying to get a feel for, I guess, get a feel for how my teammates play. Because usually in higher levels of play, I can see that usually higher level players play safer and more passive. So what I'm trying to do is to force them to go up. But that's basically what I tried to do. Alright, starting off with game 2. This time I am playing the Painbrush Nouveau. I can see that we have an Anarchy, we have a Slosher, and we have a Splattershot, and we're fighting up against a Dynamo, a Tri-Slosher, another Nova, and a Blaster. Okay, so the whole point of me using the Painbrush Nouveau is for us to get information, is for me to give information to my allies, and it is also, and the other reason I'm using this is because of Tenta Missiles. So, something that a lot of people don't know about Tenta Missiles is that, surprisingly, they're still pretty strong, even though they got nerfed pretty badly. But that's not the main reason I'm using them. The main reason I'm using the Tenta Missiles is so that the enemy doesn't engage on my allies when we're a couple man down, or we're like maybe a squid or octoling down. That's basically the reason I'm doing it. So, okay, I use missiles there so that my allies have information as to where the enemies are and get ready to engage. I'm getting clams here, getting ready for, I guess, a nice juicy push. I don't believe we make a good push here. We do end up getting two of the enemies. Yeah, I get the Dynamo there. Very fortunate that I get the Dynamo there. Dynamos are extremely scary, man. I absolutely tried my best to not fight them because they can kill me faster than I believe. We were at an advantage there. Unfortunately, my ally pushed way too early, and the reason why I didn't want to push is because of that Blaster. Blasters have a absolutely terrifying one-shot. I think a Blaster can kill a Painbrush way faster than I can even get the first shot in. So that's the main reason why I didn't want to do it. Probably should have threw a point sensor so that I could mark the Blaster, but again, still too scared to do that because I didn't want to risk it. Okay, so the enemy is pushing with Super Chump. Best scenario for me to do here is to get rid of those chumps as quick as possible. Charging up my Tenta Missiles here. I didn't really do a good job with the Super Chump there. I think I should have marked the enemy first. But you know what? No biggie, no biggie. Okay, so I see the Blaster. I gotta mark him so I at least have information. Push the Blaster. End up getting punished. Unfortunately, did get my first shot off. But unfortunately, it takes 15 frames to swing this weapon, which is honestly still kind of a long time just to get this weapon swinging. Get killed by the Dynamo here. That's actually a really crazy vertical swing. That actually got me. That's actually pretty crazy. But that's fine. I have a special Sub-Saber, so I have nothing to worry about because I can get my missiles still relatively fast, and I also have special charge up, meaning that I can still get my special relatively fast. So, okay, I'm getting ready to Tenta Missile the enemy. And my reason is because I'm scared they're going to get ready to push. They may have a ball ready. Well, yeah, they finally do get a ball ready. Which, that's the thing I wanted to prevent at first. I wanted to push. I get punished because, unfortunately, you can't see ink mines from a relatively good distance. I get punished by that ink mine and get killed by the Nova. Which, I mean, I think it only takes 3 shots for a Nova to kill a enemy once you get a successful mine in. I get the Blaster, then successfully kill the Tri-Slosher. Get ready by painting the floor, or trying to paint the floor. But first, I need to get rid of that blaster, because that blaster is such a threat. I don't like blasters, man. Blasters are scary. You never know when they're gonna pop out and just you know, Thanos snap you out of existence. That's the scary part. Okay, this is where I need to start preparing for my teammates. Get my 10 missiles ready, because I feel like we're getting ready to push. I feel like one solid push and we're good. Unfortunately, I missed the 4th guy because I'm a scrub. I get very lucky and get the ink jet right here because he was being too aggressive, so I punish that aggression. I think we do get the tri-slosher here, and now the thing I should have done here was not engage the blaster, and this is what I'm trying to avoid, but unfortunately I guess I was being way too aggressive because I believed that we had a huge advantage, but unfortunately that blaster got its shield up before I realized that jumping to it was a bad idea, but it's fine. You know, better luck next time. Okay, so this time I am trying to shark for a kill, get very lucky, get 2 good kills, trying to push the dynamo, but dynamos are scary. I'm not risking that. Yep, out of there. I'm not even gonna bother. Getting my special back up so that I can get ready for another 10 of missiles. You can see that the blaster is putting and applying pressure on us, which kind of sucks. I want to engage the blaster, but again, I'm scared that either the Anarchy splatter shot or the tri-slosher might be there. Try to engage the blaster again, but that blaster understands that I'm not going to engage unless I have information on him. Unfortunately, I get killed here by the tri-slosher, which I mean, it's fine. I still have I have special sub-sabers, so I can get my 10 missiles. They get a score in, unfortunately, but all we have to do is defend here, and that shouldn't be too hard. Now, this is where the unfortunate part happens. That blaster had his shield. I didn't look up, and I wasn't paying attention. Get punished for it. That was way too close for comfort. That was really scary. Usually when the enemy builds momentum, it favors them heavily, and since we didn't really score a lot, I started to panic a little bit there, and you can clearly see that I jumped way too early without thinking things clearly. But fortunately, I do have some goated teammates, so that's awesome. Alright, now we are in Game 3. So, again, I still have the Painbrush Nouveau. I feel pretty confident in this weapon now, considering that I feel that it gives me enough information to tell me where the enemy is at, and that 10 missiles are good enough to deal with backliners that are being too passive. That's the main reason. I guess that's the main reason why I'm still playing this weapon, is because it feels comfortable. So I'm getting pushed by the splatter shot. Unfortunately, I get the trade in. I wanted to not get a trade. I wanted to get that splatter shot, but hey, beggars can't be choosers, right? So, okay. This might be a good idea to start charging up my 10 missiles, because I can see that we did score. I see that I think if I'm correct, that's the I think that's the big swig if I'm correct. I think the big swig is ready to score. We couldn't get the second ball in, but you know what? That's fine. Got my 10 missiles ready. We're ready to engage because I see that my guys are ready. That's awesome. I get very fortunate and pick off the splatter shot with the Trizuka here, so we don't have to worry about the Trizuka for like 8 seconds. Okay, now the second thing I'm trying to do here is make sure that nobody sharks to us. Because the thing about Painbrush is that it's extremely slow. Yeah, crazy. But the thing about Painbrush and its hard counters is that usually rollers are a good counter to brushes. So I'm trying to prevent the dynamo and the carbon roller from pushing up. Fortunately, I get killed. Unfortunately, I get killed by the Hydra there, and Hydra does a really good job applying pressure from a good distance. And again, it's a good thing that I have the 10 missiles, because I can deal with Hydra at a safe distance without putting myself in danger, which is nice. Okay, so the thing I'm doing here is making sure that a carbon roller isn't you know, camping there, because I swear I saw movement there. Getting my 10 missiles ready to engage, get all 4 of them. That's a good ult right there. Forcing them to either go back or go forward, allowing us to get a kill there. I get very lucky killing the dynamo there. Still very surprised that he missed, but I mean, you know, miracles can happen. Okay, so I can see that there's 3 enemies alive. Unfortunately, I can't see through a screen, which luckily for me, well, that was unlucky for me, because dang, that was absolutely a good hit. But what I was gonna say, luckily for me, is that I have a point sensor. I can see the enemy through the splatter color screen. So that's all good and dandy. Okay, so I see the dynamo. I'm trying to paint, successfully go around and, you know, trick that splatter shot from going left and get the splatter shot. That poor guy died to a bomb, which absolutely sucks. Getting ready to use my Tenta missiles and successfully get 3 of them. Unfortunately, we can't really push because there's a splatter color screen. Regardless if we squid roll through it, we're still going to put ourselves through a disadvantage, so it's not really a good idea pushing here. Failed to get the kill on the Dynamo here, which is completely fine. You know, it's not really my objective. My objective is more to scare. Now, I do successfully get the kill here on the Hydra, and I think I get the kill here on the Splatter Shot, if I'm correct. I think that was a Splatter Shot, or that might have been the Dynamo, but either way, I get the kill on the Dynamo. So the Carbon Roller's pushing here, and oh my goodness, man, I can't with Dynamo, not Dynamos, I can't with Carbon Rollers, man. They're super scary. They kill really fast, and that's the biggest fear I have, is just not painting the floor because there might be a Carbon Roller. Okay, so I ult here, and oh my goodness, I think, yeah, oh my gosh. Oh, Splatoon, you are quite a game. That wasn't even fair. I completely forgot about that. That is absolutely unfair. That absolutely shouldn't have happened. I mean, that's one of those rare missile moments, man. That's them Splatoon moments. I mean, what can you say? That's crazy. But yeah, I mean, I got very lucky and very fortunate there that the enemies, or maybe it might have been I guess it might have been the randomness of the missiles that's to why 3 of them got killed by the 10 missiles. But either way, that was a really nice push. To be completely honest, I do remember setting up that missile, and the whole point was for them to back off, not really get a triple kill, and then get one of the dumbest quads you've ever seen. Alright, and those were all 3 matches. I hope you guys enjoyed me being a absolute dum-dum that entire time, because my goodness, that was just a ridiculous moment of what happened. But I mean, what can you do, right? I'm not a game designer. Anyways, thank you for watching. I hope you guys have a great day.